Thad Spencer, the boy from San Francisco, who fought an extremely fine fight against Ernie Terrell in Houston back in August.
The officials at ringside, our regular timer at the bell, keeping count of the knockdowns, it's Jack Smith. Judging today alongside of Jack will be Joey Olmos. Also judging at ringside will be Lee Grossman. And your referee today, man in charge in the ring from San Francisco, Vern Bybee.
There are your officials.
Physician in attendance, the chief is Dr. Jack Useem, assisted by Dr. Bernhard Schwartz. And on your microphone on ABC, Howard Cosell at ringside.
There's an unasked for plug with some concomitant booze.
All right, boxing fans, here we go.
Quickly,
rounds
as
of boxing.
Jimmy Lennon continues to
The
jog,
winner to continue the climb
they operate on a simplified five-point scoring system here in California. That means that the winner of a round can get from 1 to 5 points, never gets 5. At most, usually gets 2. The loser gets none. There's the introduction of Floyd Patterson. He's got a mystique about him, Patterson does. Through all the years, people have liked him.
Presenting on my right, red trunks out of the white corner. He weighs in an even 100.
But this lad is from Bakersfield, California.
America's most promising young heavyweight, Irish Jerry Quarry.
Kind of like the home boy. The referee, Vern Bybee, is now giving the instructions. The instructions, unfortunately, aren't coming through to you. Let me review that scoring system. 1 point, at most, usually 2 points to the winner of a round. There would have to be a knockout involved, although the scoring system actually calls for 1 to 5 points. No points for the loser. If the round is considered even, each battler gets no points. Incidentally, Thad Spencer has just joined us, and he's going to be scoring this fight. Usually a pretty good index. We're ready now for the action, round 1. Watch Patterson's old familiar peekaboo style implanted in him by Customato. The hands up in front of the face, the elbows reasonably close together. Amato used to say it not only protected the face, but gave you better firepower. In later years, a lot of people think Amato taught it to Floyd because of the vulnerability of his chin. Quarry with a left to the stomach. Quarry with that right. That chopping right that decked Floyd in the second round of their last bout on June the 9th. There will be, of course, the mandatory 8 count in the event of a knockdown. Counting continues after the bell. You can't be saved by the bell. Floyd Patterson in the blue trunks. Jerry Quarry in the red velvet trunks. Heavyweight elimination quarterfinal. Floyd with a flurry, winding up with that left. Floyd at his best with those short, jolting combinations on the inside. Right above us, Quarry, and he had trouble in the last bout getting out of the corner. Now he's out with the break. This is Patterson against Quarry on ABC's Wide World of Sports. Note that Floyd will be moving from side to side, and Quarry got in a right there, and then Floyd came back with that series of blows. The combinations, Quarry with a left. Directly above us, this action is. We have a minute to go in round 1, and Patterson has certainly started faster in this fight than he did in the last one. Maybe that workout in the dressing room did the job for him, at least up to this point. We have 50 seconds to go in round, and Patterson has it. Again, Quarry's inability to get out of that corner is costing him, and costing him dearly. At 32, one had to wonder going into this fight, and one still must wonder how much Floyd has left. We have 25 seconds left in this round one. Patterson in the blue trunks, Quarry in the red velvet trunks. The action good thus far, and Quarry got in a good left to the chin. Quarry had better learn to stay out of that corner.
Can the brand of spark plug make a difference in a car's performance?
In test after test, all sanctioned and certified by the United States Auto Club, Champion showed it can.
In performance tests at Sebring, Florida, 46 out of 50 Cadillacs accelerated faster with Champion turbo action spark plugs with booster gap than they did with spark plugs without these features.
In tests in the laboratory, 48 out of 50 Chevrolets got better gas mileage with this same type of Champion plug.
In mileage tests on Utah's Bonneville Salt Flats, 49 out of 50 Chevrolets got better mileage with Champions. Can Champions make a difference in your car? It depends on your car and you. No two cars and drivers are alike. But in test after test, cars sparked by Champion gave better performance. Next time you get a tune-up, insist on Champions.
We're back at ringside for round two, live via ABC's Wide World of Sport. Patterson against Quarry, and Floyd kept his towel on mistakenly. That little sheepish look that he so often gives out with. They're in the center of the ring, as you can see, and Quarry was being told to stay away by the people in his corner. His co-managers are, of course, his father, Jack Quarry, and Johnny Flores, and he's got a great cut man, used to be a New Yorker, Teddy Bentham. Ernie Fowler is the man in Floyd's corner, at least the principal one. Ernie's been with Floyd for years, while others have gone by the wayside. That was, as you can see, butting, which the crowd viewed with some considerable disfavor. The action in the first round was excellent. The pace thus far in the second round markedly slower. Quarry going for the midsection. Quarry in the red trunks, Patterson in the blue trunks. Little bit of Floyd's old, almost amateurish habit of lunging, leaving his feet. But side to side, out of the peekaboo stance. That's the Patterson style through all the years. A right lead got Quarry. A right lead surprised Quarry. You saw it. After that right lead, you doubtless saw Quarry with a pretty good counter. This is a tough, rugged kid, hard to put down. 29 bouts. He has won 24. Lost one, that's a Machin, and he drew 4 times. Patterson, of course, much more experienced. 52 bouts, 46 victories, 35 by knockouts, 5 defeats, and the draw with Quarry. Quarry with a good left. We have a minute left to go in this round two. Patterson against Quarry. Quarterfinal heavyweight elimination tournament. Jerry going hard to the midsection. I note that Thad Spencer gave round number 1 to Patterson 1 point to none. This round is going to be much harder to score. It's a better round for Quarry than the first one was. 30 seconds to go in round 2. Fighters in the middle of the ring. Floyd with that left lead. Floyd in the blue trunks. Quarry in the right, in the red velvet trunks. Live on ABC's Wide World of Sports. It's heavyweight boxing and a quick exchange between Patterson and Quarry. Oh! Just as in the first fight, the second round, the chopping right. First the left and then the chopping right. Patterson down. Fighting continuing after the bell, or rather counting continuing after the bell. There's the bell again. The fighting, as you can see, going on. Remember, we told you earlier in the show that counting continues after the bell, even on the mandatory 8 count. And so, for the second time consecutively, in their 2 bouts, Quarry gets to Patterson in the second round. Patterson with that unbelievable vulnerability. This is actually the 18th time in his career that he has been knocked down. Now remember, Patterson has the remarkable recuperative powers we've talked about. He proved that in the last match. Seems unheard as you look at him. A little shamefaced. This partisan crowd, and quite understandably partisan,